One of the challenges in trying to find out, trying to package together the appropriate form solution has been in trying to keep the maintenance down to a minimum. Every time a field is added to a form, one of the form options that we've tried in the WordPress, anytime it's changed, it was going to require programming and coding on the back-end side, which was going to mount into needless expense in the long run. And so it's kind of led me to a slight change in my thinking, and that is to use a form, a site that's a service that specializes in form kind of stuff. So I've checked through half a dozen of these, and I've come across this one called formsite.com. And there are some particular advantages with this. I believe that it does really just about everything that we need it to do, and then some. Actually, has the ability to break the form into multi-parts. It has also the ability to um, give the user the option to create an account so that they can save their 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 options and then come back into it later. So, and those are really the things I want to demonstrate to you now to see what you think. So I've been doing some tests with this before shooting this video just to make sure it went smoothly. And so that's what we're going to do now. And so to get started, we're going to create a new form, and to save time, we're just going to click one of their templates. And a good one is this employee evaluation. And I'm going to say create, and it just makes a copy, and I have to come up with, let's see, form test 1. Okay, so it's created this form called form test 1. And so we have, an employee evaluation form, no issue there. The first thing we want to do is we want to add some page breaks to simulate the page break functionality. So I'm going to add one there, and I'm going to add one here, and I want to add one here, and here. I think that's probably enough. So, and then the other thing we want to do, which is critical, is this ability to do what they call in their vernacular save and return. We're going to go ahead and pop that language right there at the top. So let me explain this to you. So what will happen is, and this is not laid out in the most clear fashion. So I think, but this is modifiable. So, but what will happen is it says new users and returning users, click here to set up a return to your account for this form. So there is this link that is going to take them to a sign-in page for the form that they can create an account for if they want to save their form. So it's really an optional thing the way that they have it set up. We have to kind of think through exactly how to do this. I don't want to get hung up in that detail. I just wanted to point this out. So the other thing that you can do is under the integrations, under Google Spreadsheets, you can enable the results of the form submission to be saved inside of one of our Google Docs spreadsheets, which is really kind of cool. And it will be called form test 1, and we'll check that in just a bit. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get our code embedded in the website. So we go to publish and get our embed code here. I'm going to copy, paste it in there, and when I view the page, I'm going to see this employee evaluation form. All right, now, so let's take this in its most simplest state, and that is just to go in and fill the form out without going through and creating the account. Then I'll go back and show you creating the account. So I click next. It has a little bit of a status bar here, which is kind of nice. And they can go back, they can go forward. Let's go back. Let's go forward. We'll check these things. Radio buttons. And then if we try to blow past something, it's going to yell at you saying, no, you got to fill this thing out. So that's kind of nice. And you can optionally say some things are required, some things are not. Okay. So let's say that we're getting to the point where, well, let's see. Okay, let's go back here. And like I say, we'll have to make some modifications to make this more clear. We may just go ahead and require people to create the account instead of making it optional. But let's go ahead and click this. So we go here to create the account. I'm going to say I am a new account. I'm a new user. Back password. Oh, it doesn't look like it matches. Stand back. And it's going to email to them their password as well, so they'll have this. Okay. Now, what appears at the bottom is this save partial work. So if I were to come into, yeah, I was just trying to think about the flow. I think what we'll do is we'll set this up so it's just mandatory that they do it this way. That way it just eliminates confusion. Let's just assume that's going to be the first thing that they do. They come in, they will fill out that little form to sign up for an account. Then they'll come in, and then we'll say, first name Stan. Okay, it's been a long time, or I get a phone call or whatever. I'm going to save my partial work. Boom. Okay. Now that is saved. If we come back and reload the form, and they come in, now they're coming in as a returning user. And submit, and it brings up their information from the prior time that they did this, when they were last working on this. They click on the little pencil, and bam, it fills out the form with what they had before. So, and we can even put together a little video or something. Please watch this in order to do this correctly, and we can kind of cover the highlight points. But you kind of get the idea. So this is very, very powerful. So once I'm going to go ahead and try to fill out the form completely. All right, these are required. And they can save and come back to this as much as they want. So let's say save partial work here. I refresh, and I come back in as a returning user. Stand back. Password, submit. And as you can see, you could actually see more items here. So that fills out up until this point. And I come back over here and I fill out more stuff. And fill out more stuff. Comment. And more stuff. No. And now we get to the submit button. So this is the last page. I submit. I submit. Okay. So that's done. And this whole thank you for information, that can be customized as well. With the paid service, which is not very expensive, I think it's $20 a month or something, you can have this removed, or there is the ability to have a free service. Well, I'll go over the payment options in just a minute, but we come back over to our form results. You can see here that we had, yeah, this is a completed, yeah, this is complete, and this is a partial, I think, yeah. So this is recording the partial that I did before, and this is reflective of the complete that I did before. Now, if I come over to the Google Docs side of the house, bring this over so you can see this. We have this form test, I think that's what I called it, hang on. I'm messing with this, oh yeah, form test 1, okay. So if I come over to here, you see form test 1, This is this is a result of the integration that we set up. You can see here that it is put into the spreadsheet seamlessly. So very, 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 very cool on that aspect. And yeah, and so that's basically it. Now there are a lot of I can think of a lot of uses for this. For example, you know, employee evaluations, or you can do surveys or whatever. You also have the ability to use some of the Google tools as well. But this gives you the ability to build intelligence into the form, which is pretty nice. So let's go over what is in FormSite. I go to Form. I take you through the pricing so you can kind of get an idea. So I'm doing a trial now on this Pro, and so you can create up to 10 forms in the Pro account, and the items per form, 50 items or 100 items or 200 items, and of course you can expand that all the way to 1,000. And then results per form, I'm sorry, the file storage, you can upload items. So if people have things to upload, they can do that here, which is nice. And ad free, and that I'm assuming that trial, this thing won't be here once we are actually in a real live version, although that doesn't really bug me that much. I mean, so it may be one of the free ones or the cheaper ones we can certainly try and always upgrade. And then there's some other things you can do, but that's basically it. The other thing is the number of results per form. Yeah, I think I skipped over this. So this means that if you have, this would only allow you to have 10 people use the form and submit results before it didn't work anymore. This one allows you to have 500 submissions and not work anymore. And then this is 1,000, then 2,500, and 5,000. So that's really kind of it. So let me know what your feedback is on this, if this seems to be the right direction. Just to kind of rehash here, this is embedded inside of Oak Grove owls.com. So that's really, really nice. You know, we can be made to take on the characteristics of the application. We can use different color schemes, you know, change the look and feel. And so I think it's pretty slick. So, okay, well, I'm going to let this be it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.